Even what he has will be taken away. Hi, I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. Is Jesus being cruel when he says, whoever does not have, even what he has, will be taken away from him? That's a statement in Matthew, the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12. Even what he has will be taken away from him. Isn't that punishing the poor for being poor? Actually, no. It's not punishing anybody. It's merely stating the law. So let's take a look at this passage and what's going on beneath the surface. First of all, let's look at the significance of this statement. It appears in the Bible 4 times. It's in Matthew chapter 13, verse 12. It's in Matthew chapter 25, verse 29. It's in Luke chapter 19, verse 26. And it's in Mark chapter 4, verse 25. So the builders of the Bible saw a critical need to get this point across. If you don't have it, you lose. So what is it? This is where so many of us misunderstand what is being said here, because we live in a material world. And so we think that he is talking about our material possessions. As he said in the book of Luke chapter 19, verse 26. And the whole statement goes, he replied, I tell you that everyone who has will be given more, but the one who does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. Okay, so Jesus is ambiguous here, but as you learn, as you listen, as you study deeply, you begin to see what he's saying. Because one of the things you learn about reading sacred text is that what you see on the surface ain't the truth. What you see on the surface is not what it's all about. My spiritual teacher, Norma Tringali, told me many years ago, the Bible is one of the greatest mystery books ever written, because beneath the surface it reveals the secrets of the universe. Beneath the surface it reveals the secret of the universe. But you must read it several times to get beneath the facade of the surface. You must read it several times in order to allow your subconscious to click in and join with the words so that you can begin to hear their hidden messages in your head and in your heart. Remember, the earth plane is not the end all and be all. We are here merely as trainees. This is a training ground. This is school, and the lessons we learn here will serve us as we resume our rightful places in the celestial planes as the powerful spiritual beings we actually are. This is just a learning ground. Please click on the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. And remember, I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your suggestions. So please use the chat box on the right side of the screen or the comment section below the video. I would love to hear from you. So, what we're talking about here is faith. Faith. As we approach the celebration of Thanksgiving Day, faith is a lesson we need to pay attention to. Of course, Thanksgiving is obviously about gratitude. Yeah, gratitude. It's time for us, in our minds and in our hearts, and even in our words, to specifically identify the things that we are thankful for, the things that infinite intelligence, or God, has given us in our lives. To many of us, it's a cute little sentiment. Sure, say thank you to some unseen force, and then you get to eat a lot of food. But it's important for us to realize that there is much, much more to the story. Much more. Saying thanks is only the tip of the iceberg, and the real power lies underneath the superficial words. In the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verses 20 through 21, there is this. He replied, because you have so little faith. Truly I tell you, have faith as small as a mustard seed, and you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Nothing will be impossible for you. So saying thank you is not enough. Saying thank you and understanding that your thank you is part of a process of expressing the faith is where the power is. Expressing the faith that your entire being is in a state of gratitude for what it has received. And when you do that, it's like turning on a switch. By taking it deeper than mere words, but into a deep, abiding faith, then the attraction set up by the energy of that gratitude radiating from deep within your heart will be like an electromagnet and attract more good things for you to express gratitude for. It is powerful, and it is more than just words. A mustard seed is so tiny that you can barely see it. Yet a mustard seed can grow into a plant that stands over 8 feet tall. So that seed, that tiny, tiny seed, knows that within its body, within its tiny body, is the potential to create a plant that is over 1,000,000 times its size. That's the kind of power that exists within each and every one of us. Each and every one of us has that kind of power. We are fooled by our physical circumstances. We are fooled by our physical being. We are fooled into believing that we are as tiny and significant as a tiny mustard seed. But the truth of the matter is that we are giants. We are so much greater than we can imagine. When I tell you that you are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence, these are not meaningless words that I'm just throwing at you. I am trying to break through to your consciousness, your deeper consciousness, to activate that all-important key of your awareness. I am trying to wake you up to the truth that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are a magnificent, powerful being who has forgotten who you are. You are above your body. You are greater than your body. Your body is merely a vehicle for you to use during your training period here on the earth plane, but you are so much more than that. Which brings us to the other side of that original statement in Matthew 13:12. Whoever has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. What is it saying? Whoever does not have the faith in the power of his own spiritual being, the faith in the power of his own deep gratitude to invoke the powerful aspects of the law of attraction, the powerful positive aspects of the law of attraction. That person who rejects the light of truth will attract the darkness that will steal all that they have away from them. Those who complain about what they don't have instead of energizing what they do have with light and love and gratitude will see whatever they do have become diminished and crumble into dust. Looking around at others and concentrating on what they have and that what you wish you had will diminish what you have with such disrespect. Such disrespect are you showing that which you have, that even what little you do have, what so-called little you have, will fade away from your life in reaction to your disdain for it. You of little faith, do not feed your life. Do not fill your life with the withering energy of neglect and scorn and disrespect. By treating your so-called meager gifts with such disrespect, you are hammering nails into your feet that will lock you down and plant you into such a state of lack and dissatisfaction and spiritual poverty that you will never break out of it. As long as you maintain that attitude that you have less, that you are receiving less, and that you are less than those around you. And that big black hole of self-pity will suck you into its vortex of darkness and lack that will never let you go. On the other hand, you can choose to understand who and what you really are. You are a child of God. You are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. Jesus was not a unique being. Jesus is not the only Son of God. We are all the Son of God. Jesus was an exemplar. He came to serve as an example of what we are all capable of. He even told us that what he can do, we can do better. We are direct expressions of God. We are infinite expressions. We are expressions of infinite intelligence. We are expressions of infinite intelligence. You know, last week I shared with you a fable of a young prince who went off into the faraway land of Egypt. Now in spiritual texts, symbolically the word Egypt is a place of refuge, but it is also a place of oppression. And in Egypt, he dresses as the natives do, so he will not appear to stand out, to not fit in. Of course, they know who he is. He eats the food that they offer him, but their food makes him lose his memory and go into a state of depression because he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know what he is. Finally, his royal parents, his mother, the king and queen, send an eagle to remind the prince of who he is. And the eagle awakens him. And when he awakens, he claims the treasure he came for. What was it? The pearl of great price. The pearl of great price, which is the knowledge of the truth of who and what you really are. He was divine. You are divine. He is the Son of God. You are the Son of God. It is critical for us to know what we are in the one what we are, and that we are the ones who have. We are the ones who have. We are not the ones who do not have. We are the ones who have. We are like the warriors of light, described in the book of the same name by Paul Coelho. He says, a warrior of the light knows that he has much to be grateful for. Angels help him in his struggle. Celestial forces place each thing in his place, thus allowing him to give his best. His companions say he is so lucky, and the warrior does sometimes achieve things far beyond his capabilities. That is why at sunset he kneels and gives thanks to the protective cloak surrounding him. So, as we approach the holiday of Thanksgiving Day, remember, the power of showing gratitude is more than just saying thank you. Much more. It is the application of a deep faith in knowing that you are more than just a human being. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. And with that knowledge planted deep in your consciousness, your expression of gratitude will have the power of the mustard seed, and nothing will be impossible to you. Nothing. Let's close with prayer. Thank you, infinite intelligence. Thank you for bringing us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and join in the work we have come here to do. Thank you, infinite intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness. and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we're beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. As we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. We know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise, because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger, and our lives will grow happier and healthier and more prosperous. And for this we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to click on the thumbs up button below, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. Remember, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Please use the comment section below the video. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, because we're here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And please remember, my name is Reverend Andrew Bozeman. And this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.